Hey everyone, I'm Ploymer, and today we are going to make the March Piglet. And I was going to go easy on this one, but it didn't happen, so let's get started. So while I'm making the armature and give it some clay, let me explain what I mean by I'm not making it easy for myself. After I had made the February piglet, the Q piglet that also was a lamp, I was in the mood for something easy, something simple, so I decided on this piglet should just hold one flower and look cute. And yeah, that didn't happen. It didn't just hold one flower, but we get to that. Right now, I'm still in the mindset of making a simple piglet. I think I call this little piglet for Petunia. Yeah, that sounds like a fitting name. And I don't know why, but I kept getting the picture of that she was a quiet, kind sort of little piglet, but also, the weird kind of quiet. Never talks, never say anything, just looks calm and kind, and you're wondering what's going through their mind, but you never really know with those types. Yeah, that kind of little weird piglet. I think her best friend is Penny, which is pretty fitting because Penny loves to talk and Petunia loves to stare at people. Yeah, it's a weird piglet this time, but bear with me, she's going to be cute. After I have shaped the torso and the thighs, I move on to the butt. And I have to say, I am a little worried about my editor choosing such a long clip to use, but apparently it is fascinating, so enjoy the butt. Now come on. You didn't think that I actually was going to stay quiet for so long, did you? Making a butt is a process. It takes time and gentle hands. So instead of being quiet and in awe of the butt work, let me tell you a little life update. So a quick summary for those who haven't seen all my videos. By the way, please do. I got blind on one eye and now the doctors are afraid that it's sclerosis. So now they're warning me through all sort of tests. I have been in an MRI scanner and got my brain scanned. They have tapped some spine fluid from me, and that hurt like and made me very, very ill. So it has been a very, very tough time for me, especially because the doctors couldn't find my spine, so they had to poke me multiple times, making me feel like I was a hedgehog or something like that. So your comments and your encouragement and cheering on really have helped me out a lot through this. I am very scared. I am not in a good place mentally, but your guys' words and kindness has really helped me out a lot, so thank you for that. And to focus on the bright side, now all the tests are done. I'm only waiting for an answer, and of course I will keep you updated when I know something. Now, let's get back to the little piglet, shall we? I think it was about here that I realized that one flower wasn't going to cut it. No, she needed to hold a couple of flowers, at least. But at that point in stage, I was still blissfully unaware of where my own ambitious nature was going to take me, let me tell you that. At that point, the only goal I really had was I wanted her body language and her head to look kind. And I think I've sort of managed it. I also think she's a bit creepy. So she's sort of a creepy kind piglet. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. It's a new thing. Creepy kind. From Ploymer. Got it. So while I'm shaping the head, this might be a good time for a little announcement. You see, I am oh so tired of piglets. I mean, I cry when I see the color pink at times. So I need a break. This might be the last or second to last videos of piglets for a long time. Unless you guys cry out, we want more piglets. Then I really need a piglet break. And I hope you guys are okay with it. You're probably also sick of the color pink by this time, I think. I had a talk with my mom and she said that it was okay for me to cut down on the piglets, especially because she has trouble finding places for them at this point. But that being said, I'm not breaking up with the piglets, I'm just taking a break from the piglets. Anyway, now with the jaw placed, I start working on some details on the face. And again, I'm trying to make her cute and not creepy. I'm trying to make her calm, not weird. And I sort of succeed, but you get to see that. I think it's the eyes. Yeah, I have to tell you. It's the eyes. But weird or not, I have to say I am very, very happy with this piglet and I had so much fun. Especially because you get to see later that I go crazy with some colors. And usually you see me use browns and calm colors, but here I really got to brighten my horizon, so to speak. And while I'm fighting with her eyelids, this might be a good time to ask you to consider like, comment, and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. I love hanging out with you guys. And I am still new at this, so I also would enjoy some constructive criticism. I want to learn, I want to become better. So, yeah. Hope you will consider it. Now, with the eyes and the brows all done, all that is left to do is to poke some nostrils and give some wrinkles and details to the snout. Then all I have to do was make some ears, put the ears on and then place the head on the body. Or so I thought. But can you see how bare she looks on the top of her head? To me she looked painfully bare. I hoped that it would help when I put on some ears. But still, she just looked too simple. And it was at this point that I decided that I needed to put something on her head. And it needed to be something spring-like because it is the month of March. So very original. I decided to put some flowers on her head and you get to see that later. But right now you see me fiddling with the ear before we can finally place the head on the body. When that was done, and a lot of smoothing had occurred around the neck, all I had to do was make the tail. And I did that by using cosplay. The reason I'm using cosplay is because that it's more flexible and the small tails have a tendency to break. Or my mom is manhandling them. I don't know. Either way, I thought it was best to play it safe. And with that done, it was on to the painting. Or, if I wasn't that ambitious as I am, it would have been on to the painting. But no, I decided to make a little flower hat. Which means very small individual flowers on a rope thingy that I was placing. It was very difficult, but I just loved the result. And of course it couldn't just hold one flower. No, it needed to hold 4 flowers. Because I just don't know when to stop punishing myself. I pre-baked the flowers before I started arranging them and putting them in place, and then I baked them again. And that was it. Oh wait, no, it wasn't, because I decided the hat needed more flowers. So flower upon flower I took and I put, I made, and then I took and I put it. Oh god, no more flowers. No, I'm done. It's done. No more flowers. But when the vines finally were covered in flowers, and my ambitious sadistic self was satisfied. All I had to do was put on the bouquet and I was pretty much done, I thought. But you may have spotted the error of my ways. You see, the problem isn't making the flowers. That was the least difficult thing. No, the problem would be to paint all the small flowers. Especially if you have followed me a little while, then you know I'm not a big fan of painting. And that's what I did. Right now I'm just flopping around with the flowers because I'm going to show you that it's cosplay, but when I'm done flopping around with the flowers, you see me starting on the pink again, before I move on to a world of color. I will stop complaining now. I mean, I really like the result and how she turns out. I will stop complaining now because I am happy how she's going to turn out. And it was my own decision. Or was it? Was there a mastermind behind this? I mean, who bought me all those paints, encouraged me to use them? Mr. Clefect, who encouraged me to make the flowers and said that it looked good? Yeah, Mr. Clefect. So in hindsight, it's pretty much his fault that I'm torturing myself, if we think about it. Anyway, jokes aside, after I had put the base colors down, I started to work on the flowers. I wanted Petunia's colors really to pop and to symbolize that the winter is about done and spring is on its way, because that's the best thing about this month, I think. So yeah, that was what I was going for. And I have to say, even though it was a lot of small detail work, I am so happy how it came out. I just think it looks happy and bright and vibrant. It's just the perfect Piglet for this month, I think. Maybe even my favorite Piglet, come to think about it. Even though Petunia drove me crazy. And her eyes looks a bit creepy. I'm just in love with her. I think it gives her character. And I'm just very happy how it turned out. But with the flowers finally done, all I had to do was paint the eyes and then start to shading the cracks and wrinkles of her. Literally, the cracks. Oh god. I also ended up giving her some pink blush because it's March after all, and a young girl with flowers should have a little bit of a blush, in my opinion. All that was left to do after that was to give her eyes some life with some small white dots. And with that done, I think that is it for this sculpture and it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like little Petunia. I really do. And please tell me, is she creepy or not? That aside, I hope to see you next time. But if you can't wait, why not click on the square to the right? Then you can see another little Piglet video. Until then, bye!